When I used to work as a sales rep for a PMI company, during the holidays, I'd deliver cookies. It was part of our gift giving. I'd always keep a tin for myself, and the #1 sleeve missing was the white chocolate macadamia nuts. They're my favorite. So I decided to make my own homemade version, which are so much better, and share them with you today on this episode of Cook This. Hey guys, I'm Shereen. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making white chocolate macadamia nut cookies just in time for the holidays. So the first thing I'm going to do is cream my butter and sugar. So I have some brown sugar, light brown sugar, regular sugar, room temperature butter. So important when you're creaming your butter and sugar together. That way you have an even batter. All right, so we have 2 eggs, again, room temperature. So you want all your ingredients, your butter, your eggs, room temperature. Just remember an hour, 2 hours before, just take it out. So these make really great gifts around the holidays. So how many times do you ponder, what do you give your friend, your neighbor, your kids, teachers? Giving cookies, you know, making cookies from the heart is the best gift to give. And it doesn't really cost that much. So I like to go to, I have some vanilla. I'm adding a little vanilla, good quality. You want a pure vanilla. Now I need to sift the flour. So I like to sift the flour. Just makes for a nice chewy cookie. So we have all-purpose flour, obviously our leavener. When I bake, I use kosher salt, so I'm just gonna pop that right in there. Just sift your flour. All right, so now you want to add your dried mixture in a little bit at a time, just a little bit at a time. That way you're not wearing the flour, right? And the batter will come together perfectly. So we've all made cookies in the past, right? Pretty easy. It's just nice to make your own homemade cookies. Last batch of flour, get that in there. We're just gonna combine the batter here and then stir in our chips, our white chocolate chips, and our macadamia nuts. If you are mixing with a handheld mixer, you just wanna stir in your chips and your macadamia nuts. But I'm using the paddle attachment for my stand mixer. That way it doesn't crush the chips and the nuts, although you have to chop up those nuts a little bit because the macadamia nuts are pretty big. Batter is fully come together, so you don't want to overmix it. Remember, you have flour in there, and we don't want to overwork the gluten. Even though this isn't a muffin, we still like to have a nice chewy cookie. Okay, you just want to take your cookie scoop, or a teaspoon works perfectly, just like I'm using right now, and just dollop your cookies, evenly space them so that way they have some room to grow. I'm ready for the oven, 375 degrees, 9 to 11 minutes. You'll see them golden around the edges. All right, I'm gonna get these onto the cooling rack, let them cool completely, and then I'm gonna show you how I like to wrap up my cookies. These are great gifts for my kids' teachers. All right, I'm just prepping my package. So you could totally customize this to your liking. Your craft store is gonna have something different than my craft store had, but I like these cute little cardboard, festive, little holiday, I don't know what you would even call them, but they hold beautifully and they're basically throwaway, so you don't have to worry about it. I did line the bottom of it with some tissue paper. That way, in case the butter from the cookies sort of oils the bottom, at least that paper will just absorb it. All right, so I have some clear wrap. You can get these in rolls. Sometimes they come pre-done in a bag. It's prepped and ready to go. Once my cookies are done, I'm just gonna wrap this up for you so you can just get the visual to see how cute these are as gifts. So I'm gonna stack your cookies in here. You can totally fill this with some Hershey Kisses, just to sort of give it some color on the inside. That always looks nice. Or some candy canes, that's always pretty as well. Then, see, I'm just gonna fill this up. Have your kids help you out. They love doing this. Grab some pretty bow. I like to use the kind that has the wire in it. That way I can sort of control the bow. So this holiday season, make some cookies. Give them as gifts. I'm Shereen with Cook This. Visit me at Twitter at TweetNeats and tell me all your stories. I want to hear what gifts you're giving this year from your heart. Also go to the newspaper's website for this recipe, or for more of my fresh and easy recipes, visit me at tweetneats.com. Happy holidays.